central islip, and why she had traded in her new normal in Puerto Rico: no electricity, no internet, no classes for the suburbs of Long Island, and the comforts of a residence inn. Orly Sailors Ortiz traveled with several other University of Puerto Rico law students who took up Turo Law Center's offer to flee the devastation of Hurricane Maria and finish their semester here. But as she returned to the rhythms of campus life, with lectures on intellectual property and copyrights and socializing with other students, her mind has often been pulled back home, where her family has stayed and where routines and livelihoods remain unraveled by the storm. "I'm just lying in bed, with the air conditioning," she said, "and thinking of my mom." An influx Puerto Ricans arriving in the continental United States has swelled in recent weeks, now reaching the tens of thousands, as a sluggish recovery compounds the island's devastation. Officials in several states are grappling with how to accommodate the needs of the newcomers, who require housing and health care and are enrolling their children in school in growing numbers. In Florida, which has seen the biggest infusion of Puerto Ricans, the resettlement stands to reshape the state's demographics and perhaps its politics. But the population shift poses a potentially much larger challenge for Puerto Rico, as it tries to stagger back not just from the disastrous toll of Hurricane Maria but years of steep economic decline that had left the island beleaguered even before the storm's landfall on September 20. Many who are leaving are professionals, students, and other young people who would be essential to recovery and setting Puerto Rico on a better course. That has made the decision to leave a fraught one. It has stirred questions about their bonds with the island and what responsibility they bear to help it heal. It has also spurred resentment among the people left behind, with some viewing the departures with envy or even as a betrayal. Many who have left believe their choice was the right one, maybe the only one, yet it has still intensified the trauma created by the storm. "We have a degree of guilt. Everyone has a degree of guilt," said Jose Camacho Vazquez, 26, one of the students who has come to the Turo Law Center. He choked up as he described the strain of deciding to leave even for a few months. His mother encouraged him, but his father urged against it, not wanting him to leave his mother. "The resentment is real," he said. "But you have to do what you have to do." The motivation to leave is driven in large part by the dire circumstances on the island. Basic essentials are hard to find and electricity and other utilities are unreliable or entirely inaccessible. Much of the population has been unable to return to jobs or to school, and access to health care has been severely limited. Some hope to return once the situation improves, but many have decided to build new lives wherever they have landed. "There's no possible way I'm going back to that, to have all those problems and not have all those necessities," said Brian Trokey, who has a marketing business and who has been staying with relatives near Orlando, Florida, along with his wife and infant daughter. "There's no back to reality.